So apparently Richard looks like a toddler. It is TexAgs Rewind, and we're not presented by anybody. Richard, hi.
Yeah, we don't get sponsored.
Okay, this is getting uncomfortable. Thank you, Dalton. We haven't done the show out here in a while. I expected like a studio audience. Why are you like doing the thing like you have tobacco in your mouth? You're like,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, that's what it looked like you just did. Yeah, when you watch the rewind of the rewind, you will notice. Hey. I'm sorry, I don't even know why I made Dalton laugh, but all right, on the Go Hour, we banked on some stuff. I forgot what I banked on, but it was good. Whatever I banked on was, I think I banked on Jalen. No, was it Jalen Watermeyer? I think I banked on Jalen. I don't know. You'll see what I banked on. I forget what I talk about half the time. A&M-Arkansas, we had the headlines for the weekend. Also, Billy Liucci. Who's going to be the best player on the field? Richard, who's the best player on the field this weekend?
Who do I think's the best player
Yeah.
on the field? Ooh, probably DeMarvin Leal. That's a gimme pick. That's probably the truth.
We also did the final countdown.
It's the final countdown.
This show's so random. Just watch. So, do you have a headline for Sunday morning, Saturday night, post game? What is your headline? OB?
How about, because I think the offense, I mean, I've been saying the offensive line is going to be better. And I believe that. How about Maroon Goons make swine swoon?
I like that. See?
Yeah?
See, I could tell you've gotten paid for this kind of stuff in your life. I thought I was being, I put it on the message boards, by the way. I thought I was being kind of headliney, and I'm not after listening to you. Swine dining. The Aggies make it a perfect 10 against Arkansas.
Oh, I like the perfect 10.
Perfect 10, baby. I think they're going to go for that perfect 10 and blow it up. If you want to be a part of that conversation, you can on the A&B text line. 979-693-1150 is the number to get in on that. You can call the show as well, 979-693-1150. We also need to, in a little bit, bank on it, OB. So I want you to start jogging your memory, or your mind, I should say, to how we're going to bank on this game, because I've said it all week long. I do believe at the end of the game, we're going to know both teams. A&M is still going to improve as the season goes on. Arkansas could possibly improve. But we're going to find out if Arkansas is a legit top 15, top 10 team, as their fans have us thinking. And we're going to find out if A&M, when they need to block and run the ball, which was their DNA last year, if they can do it this year.
We're going to find out.
We are going to find out. I also want to ask you, go ahead.
Sure hope Layden Robinson's in there.
I hope so. I think it makes a big difference.
I think it does.
And look, I'd love to see Luke Matthews out there. I'm not saying starting. I'm just saying having the quality depth, get those guys back out there. And not that I wish for people to be injured or anything, but if Arkansas is struggling on the offensive line, if a guy or two has to miss, sorry. We've kind of dealt with it ourselves here. It's just part of playing big boy football right now. Mr. Olin Buchanan, what can we bank on?
I'm banking on Demas going 2 for 2 on deep touchdowns. I think you're going to see an Arkansas team overplaying the run, leaving their corners one-on-one at times. You're going to catch them, play action. Demas going deep. He's better than their corners. I think you'll see it again.
I love that. It brought a smile to my face. Getting Demas involved more often does bring a smile to my face. You know what I'm banking on?
What?
People have been hating on my dude, JW. Jalen Watermeyer. And he's quietly having a season, 4 catches a game. He's been so quiet so far, but this weekend is when he breaks out. He's going to come through. Last year we talked about in the open, 6 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. Something similar is going to happen this weekend because of the way Arkansas is going to play. Zach's going to have to find, and I could see Jalen holding up for a block for a second, releasing, being open, dump, forget about it. He's going to be targeted. I think he was targeted 8 times last week. He'll be targeted roughly the same or more, but he's going to capitalize on it, and you're going to see some big – and they can't tackle him. That's a fact.
See, I think what Watermeyer's success last year is another reason why Demas will have a –
because they're going to key on him?
You've got to – you've had it happen to you. You've got to be aware of that. I think there's going to be a lot of and who's going to cover the tight end? A safety, right? Because you're not going to put – So I think there's going to be some opportunities for some deep balls.
You know what would be nice?
What?
Both things happen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be picky or, pick too many things, but I think that would be – I think it is about time to see that offensive line dominate.
Or if not, call some passes that we get rid of the ball pretty quick.
Yeah. And I don't want to abandon the run if it's not working. Now I don't want to stick to it every single play, but you've got to run the ball to win in the SEC. I know you got to pass. I get it, but
or get the ball out on little swing passes to A-Chain and Spiller.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, you have so many weapons. You just got to get the ball in their hands.
Just find a way to get it to your playmakers. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Let's go to the News and Social Center. Damas.
What's going on, guys? Texas Cito says A&M is a matchup nightmare, and we win 28-10 with 2 tight ends on the O-line. The A-Train will sprint for 200 yards.
I would really enjoy an 18-point victory that is not in doubt in the fourth quarter. That would be nice.
I would like to see A&M start fast for a change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, last year they did, but I mean, up in Arlington, so many times they get behind. I heard some Arkansas fans whining about officiating. You know, they're still mad about Dan Skipper getting called for a trip. And I always want to say, hey, remember this 90-yard touchdown run that got called a 10-yard, 80 yards, and they said that Kellen Mond stepped out of bounds and he didn't? You know, it's not like the officiating has been one way. You know, you whiny asses.
Whiny, that word. Next, Tomas.
Matt in San Antonio, after never letting up the gas pedal versus the Longhorns 2 weeks ago, Arkansas hit the brakes against A&M's defense, which held them to 10 points in a 31-10 win. And David, I'm a man of the people. The people are saying A&M's going to blow out Arkansas. Bank on it.
He's banking on define blowout.
Yeah.
Win by at least 10. Okay. More than 10.
That's not a blowout.
More than 10. I'll take it. That's more than a touchdown. If the spread's 5, I double the spread.
Hold on. I need a ruling on this. Let me talk to an adult here. Thomas, hold on for that. It's a blowout 10-point victory.
More than 10.
Blowout's 21 minimum.
Well, I think it kind of depends on, like, for instance, did Arkansas blow out Rice? It was a 17-point victory, but they kicked the field. It was a touchdown game until the last 4 minutes.
All right, we got to drop it there. I'm upset with the world now. It is to make what Pittman's doing a miracle there, and Arkansas.
Yeah.
But they're so far. We're so far away from that narrative being true. Like
second best team in the SEC, and also, by the way, if they're the second best team through 3 weeks into a season, then yeah, still good job, Sam. But here's the deal: they were 3-7 last year. They're 1-0 this year. They beat Texas. Those other 2 games, almost any Power 5 school in college football is 2-0 in those 5. I mean, in those 2 against Rice and Georgia Southern at home. Almost any Power 5 school in the world is 2-0. So they're 1-0, and they went 3-7 against the SEC last year. So Sam Pittman is really 4-7 since taking over. And that's what I don't want people to forget. When we're hyping up Arkansas, yes, they look good. You and I talked during the break. Our man Clint Sterner, he likes Arkansas's defense better than A&M's. I go, I like their defense too. But we don't know anything about Texas's offense except they have since benched Hudson Card and their offensive line is trash. Okay, that's all and they've got a great running back. And Steve Sarkisian gets a lot of credit for calling plays. That's all we know about Texas offensively because they hadn't played anybody around that either. You know, last I checked, Louisiana was barely beating Nicholls State. So here's the thing about this whole narrative about, that Arkansas's defense is better. They might be. They impress me when I watch them. They impressed me last year. I watched A&M score 42 through 3 quarters on them last year. I watched Florida put up I think not positive. I think they scored in the 60s. If they didn't, it was upper 50s. So I don't want to sit there and their big defensive game was against Matt Corral and Ole Miss. They shut them down again. I think Corral had a learning experience there that you hope Zach Calzada can avoid. And I think Jimbo Fisher will force him to avoid that with the play calling and how he calls the game. Unlike Lane Kiffin, it's just kind of, if it's going great, he's unstoppable. If it's not, they're just going to keep trying what they always do, whether it works or not. So, yeah, this Arkansas defense is good, and Barry Odom's really good. But, again, I think everyone's sleeping, not just here, not just on our message boards, not just throughout the fan base, but around the country. I think people are sleeping on Jimbo Fisher, on Mike Elko, on the top part of this roster and that talent level. You said that Sterner also said Jalen Catalon might be the best player is going to be the best player on the field.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that. He might be. I wouldn't say that for sure.
Is he gonna be the
Isaiah
most
Spiller's pretty damn good. DeMarvin Leal's pretty damn good, and there's several other Aggies.
Not a blowout, though.
That'll be a blowout in a lot of people's mind. What people are expecting. I feel like more people than not are expecting A&M to lose this game and giving very little respect to a team that's won 11 straight.
I just don't get it. I mean, there's so much negativity around this game. I'm like, yeah,
there is.
I know the issues with this team, the quarterback situation, the offensive line. I get it. But that I have no doubt. Like, I really am not doubting our ability to go out and win this game.
There are
10 points, I don't know. But I'm not doubting our ability to go win this game.
And I'm not either. I am doubting it, but I'm more confident that they're going to win than I am that they're not. I think they're going to have to, here's the thing.
Yeah,
they're going to have to play
good.
better than anything we've seen this year, but I believe they have it in them. I don't think their ceiling is they ain't beating Alabama or Georgia right now.
That's right.
And there's probably several other teams they're not beating right now. But it's not Arkansas right now. Like, it could be. But a month from now, I don't think Arkansas can play with this team. Where I think this team will get to. They're not there yet, though. So if their ceiling's here later on in the year, a few weeks even, right now maybe their ceiling's here. But if they can get to that and just play as well as they can Saturday, they'll win. And they don't have to be perfect. I just mean if you walk away and go, man, we played a really good football game today as a team, that's going to be enough for the Aggies to win. I think they're going to do that. The reason people are doubting it is because we haven't seen them do it yet.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
I get it.
I agree with you.
And you've seen Arkansas do it. But this is what we're doing.
Texas.
You've seen Arkansas do it to Texas. And I know Texas has some good players. They're going to get better too. But they stunk that day. And they sucked. And they went in there very cocky, very arrogant. Every Longhorn fan I talked to, you could see it with their coaches on Twitter. It was a very arrogant bunch.
When are they not?
Exactly. You're right.
I'm serious.
You're absolutely right. And they thought they were playing an SEC bottom feeder, a team they used to beat in the freaking Southwest Conference.
70s.
By the way, Texas, the last time you played Arkansas with Piglama leading the way, you gained 37 yards. They humiliated you. I've got these morons on Twitter talking smack about A&M and Arkansas since 2000. Like comparing how many times they've beaten Bama. So you're talking about pre-Saban Alabama, you jackasses. A&M's beaten this team 9 straight that just beat you. It was 33-7 at one point. Get your asses out of here. Take a break from this thing for a minute. A&M playing Saturday. We're basing everything off how Arkansas looked against the Longhorns. And that's not oh, by the way, and at home in Fayetteville, they laid the trap. They were waiting. That's been circled for a year. That was the game. They're going to come ready to play for this one too. Make no mistake.
Oh, yeah.
This is big.
They hate us.
You run the risk of losing 10 in a row to a program and you can taste a little blood in the water. The Hogs are coming. But we're basing so much of how we're thinking and trying to predict this game off of that one game. We're also ignoring, A&M was struggling at Colorado 2 weeks ago. Arkansas the week prior was down 10 to Rice deep in the third quarter. They didn't take the lead until early fourth against Rice that has since lost to U of H and Texas by a combined score of 102-7.
And
so
also,
let's tap the brakes on
also
anointing Arkansas.
Tap the brakes on the thinking that we don't have it. You know what I mean? Like we are, people have to understand, even Aggies, that we're a good program. Okay, I don't care. Like we're not a bad program. We're not the program that's going to fall off a cliff. I'm not saying that we're there yet to Alabama level, but we're getting there, man.
They've won 11.
We are getting there. We truly are, and we've got the talent, and we've got the people. We've got the coach. We got the coaches that can go out there and do what we've got to do, especially Saturday against this Arkansas team.
I'll say this in closing. I like A&M to win 21 or 23-17, right on the cut line. I'll say they don't cover because I keep doing that, and they keep barely doing
It's
it.
fine.
I'm going to say they don't cover, and I'll go 23-20. Seth.
And I'll be fine with that.
Everything you just said Here's the deal, Nuño. A&M, they've won 11 in a row, and the way they've done it on most of those games is how they'll have to do it Saturday. They know what a 4-quarter fight is. They know how to take punches and deliver the knockout blow when the time presents itself.
We got 5 games to go. Got 10 seconds, so
Just pick 'em.
We'll just do it off the air and
We'll
figure it
off
out.
there.
So after you watch this video, I would like for you to watch it in its entirety if you become a premium subscriber at TexAgs.com. What else do you need to do?
You need to smash the like button. You need to subscribe to TexAgs on YouTube and TexAgs.com. And comment on this video, because why not? Share it to your friends, your family, everybody. Just get us all the clicks and all of the interactions.
Wow, that caught me off guard. So real quick, I actually read some of the comments, and somebody compared me to RJ Young recently.
No. No. That's all I'm going to say.
Didn't you just write clickbait and you don't know what you're talking about, Young?
That's Dalton saying that. I just think I'm more handsome and friendlier, but whatever. I don't know. Thanks for watching, guys.